That heifer right there just don't even care.
Take yourself out.
Hey, y'all.
Action. What do you say, folks? Hope everybody's having a fine Sunday evening. Glad to be back. See everybody.
We missed y'all.
We have. Indeed, we have. We can get our peaceful protesters over there to quit protesting. We can have a
I hit
quiet
the
show.
wrong button. I put a question mark. I tell him Philip Payne instead of an exclamation point.
Right.
Not questioning myself, Philip.
Is that Philip saying Philip?
Yeah.
Y'all bear with us.
Yeah.
Bear
I
with
didn't
us.
mean to,
It's
but,
been a rough couple of weeks. We'll just put it like that. We're trying to put ourselves together.
yeah, that's Jasper. His children are getting on his nerves.
Yeah. Well, I know she probably have a fit if I showed Jasper's chair since he
No.
destroyed it. But
You want to, Mike Taylor was asking, you want to just give everybody an update on Jamie? Started off.
Yeah, can. Like it sometimes. Yeah, many of y'all know the reason we wasn't on last Sunday because we had gotten a phone call early Friday morning. Friday, was it Saturday? All right. And telling my mama telling us we need to get to the hospital now.
Yeah.
And long story short on that, my brother fell and got a severe TBI, traumatic brain injury from the fall. Once again, long story short, they had to go in, do brain surgery, and they removed a blood clot from the right side of his brain that was bigger than a tennis ball. And thank the Lord, the doctors did not have high hopes of him making it through surgery, nor did the nurses when they come out and talk to us. It was a more or less the family needs to be down there, and especially my mama, to sign paperwork and stuff. But thank the Lord he made it through surgery, but he has got a very, very long road ahead. His left side is completely paralyzed right now, and blurred vision in one eye. His speech is still very slurred, confusion. It's as if he has had a massive stroke. So the Lord's allowing healing. We're taking what the Lord gives by all means. We're praying for a full recovery. By all means.
It's a miracle he's here.
Yes.
Much less doing the way he's doing.
So we went and seen him today. There was some things that are looking good, and there's some things sitting there talking and observing that we're hoping will go away in time. We'll put it like that. Because, but other than that, thank every one of y'all out there for your thoughts and your prayers, the prayers.
Checking in.
Yes, because
so many of y'all.
I got a list here, but I'm afraid I may leave somebody out, and I surely don't want to do that. But I just want to thank all of y'all at one time for.
All of y'all know who you are.
Yes.
So just know we love you and we appreciate it
very, very much. And the ones of you still thinking about us, not even sending a message, just praying for us in the long run.
Yes, we appreciate that too.
Every one of you. Yeah, he got a long road to go, Philip. Very, very long road to go.
Yeah. He can get there. I think he can get there.
Yes, ma'am. But
I think the Lord has spared him for a reason. There's never not a reason. behind the Lord moving like that and sparing him from this kind of thing.
Especially how a literal brain surgeon was telling us, y'all pretty well need to prepare. I'm gonna say on that. And so we just told him, well, do what you can do, Doc, and we'll go to pray. But thank y'all again from the bottom of our hearts. And the ones of you praying for Hannah. She's 6 or 7 weeks in on her fall, but she's gradually getting around a little bit better. I did take her to work with me the other day and all that, but
I'm not what I used to be. I'm not what I used to be.
It was more of a, you're just going to go hang out, this and that. But
I
thank you.
helped.
You did.
I helped just long enough to pierce the tip of my thumb with a drill bit.
It was pretty good. You got broke in real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm out of practice. I'm so out of practice.
Yeah.
Lee, is that you on y'all's other channel, or is Miss Renee in here too?
I think so. Yeah, it's Lee. But it's got to be.
There's Danae. I knew she was coming in.
Let me holler at some of y'all right fast, and we'll get on where we gonna go.
I think they missed us like we missed them.
Hey, we did. I'm telling you, we missed y'all, and that ain't no joke. We just enjoy this fellowship with one another. Whether we talk about bees, whatever, y'all know how things go around here.
Hey, Clay, since you just popped in, he's been supposed to message you, but is your wife named Amy? Because I think it's her that sent us a friend request, but I just want to make sure. There's Mr. Mike Conley. I didn't think he was coming tonight.
Oh, he'll be here. That man. We appreciate you, Mr. Mike Conley.
Hey,
Go ahead.
then David, I'm waiting on to finish the comment. I had an update on Emma, his little baby. Okay, like I figured that was you, but I didn't want to miss saying hey to Miss Renee if she was in here.
Tell her we said hey.
Yeah, tell her we said hey anyway.
Let me holler at some of y'all right fast.
Awesome, David. He said Emma's checkup was good.
Man, that's good to hear, bro. Yes, sir.
Bumbles bounce, really, Mr. Mark? Yeah, David Hoskins.
What is this thing?
Slow down buttons.
Wait a minute. Did I switch it back to what it used? Hold on. Nope. I thought it went back to the old ways. Maybe you could just hit the thing and it went on the
Jubal.
what you call it?
Jubal.
But yeah, that's wonderful to hear, baby.
Yes.
Youngins doing good. Because we got a few to add to the prayer list and a couple to take off the list. And then I figure since we get so doggone close and we are getting text messages from many of y'all on, I'm sending my honey in, Tim. It's on its way, Tim.
Yeah.
And tell everybody else. I'll read his off in a minute. I won't tell y'all whose it is, but he said he is listening.
Oh, who's in the chat?
Oh, is it? And,
Mr. Mr. Dan said, look at that intensity in his eyes when he's pushing the buttons. That's what I was typing out to the name. He just can't stand it. He missed it too bad. All right, tell everybody hey, and then I'm going to answer Grayson's question.
Mr. Randy got first in here this evening. Our New Zealand friends over there. I'm going to butcher y'all's name, so I ain't even going to try. Yep.
I probably butchered it too. It's just fun to say.
But they are in our chat. They are in our comments a lot, chit chatting back and forth and this and that. And it's wonderful
Yeah.
to see, you know,
Everybody
Everybody.
fellowshipping.
yep. Mr. Rodney Middleton, brother, we praying for you while you potty train that youngin'. Mr. Keith Spillman up there in that fine country. Deb, son, Bunny. What we got in here? Right, let's see. I got Rodney, Mr. Keith Spillman in the fine country. Mike Changway. Let's see, Mr. Russell Amon. Phil, 33 miles. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, been a long time.
Yes. Lee
And Miss Renee.
and okay.
And Miss Dorothy.
The whole bunch watching this.
Everybody.
Well, we
Oh,
appreciate you.
I'm just telling him, tell them, change.
There we go. Got Todd, Loma Vista, Grayson. Now get down there, buddies. Jack and Danae's in here. Tom and Melissa, appreciate y'all. Mr. Philip Morris, one of the Texans out there. Who else we got in here? Mr. Dan Weaver. Mr. Dan Weaver.
He liked to have had a meltdown.
I'm still having one.
An absolute meltdown.
The keychain you sent me, Captain? The Gettysburg with the camera?
The cannon.
I'm a kid. With the cannon on it.
Come on.
That thing come off my keychain. Somehow or another, it has departed my keychain. And for the world, I cannot find that thing. And I told Hannah that, I don't know, this about sometime last week when it hit me, I wasn't hearing that tone in my keys. And I looked at him and I told her, I said, oh my word, I lost my cannon. And I have hunted high and low for my cannon and cannot find it anywhere. But you find another cannon out there, Mr. Dan, you let me know how much one of them puppies are. And I'll send you the dinero up there to.
He was.
I like that keychain. That keychain is cool looking. But yes, sir. Hallelujah Beef Farm.
Our favorite Miss Leona.
Pastor Larry, Miss Jan. Good to see y'all. Gary in here. Can't believe you bees, Mike. J and D's.
He just
We got
said
y'all
he
coming
was
in.
sending purple honey for his entry.
Oh my.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Man means business.
Yeah, he does. He goes for it. This shit, yeah.
You don't feel bad, David. We're in the same boat. We didn't get a drop of honey this year,
No.
but we still have bees. So I'm
Yes.
not complaining.
Everybody's doing good out there. It's wonderful. The only
No
thing,
nectar coming in.
no, we're gonna have to start feeding. And I did rummage around and find an old feeding recipe from Dr. Doolittle that we read about, I guess, once a year. And with it getting close, I figured I'd just go ahead and share that recipe again for anybody wanting to know how them pros done it in old timey days.
Mm-hmm.
But James Noel, J and D's honey. We got his in early last week, I believe it was. Got his in. And let's see if I can get it turned. And I can turn it that way. So, well, it's a pretty color in there. It's almost about the same color as that, what am I trying to say? That alfalfa that Mr. Russell Anderson is coloring on. Then, I guess this is Ollie Man's bribe that he'll get. He ain't gonna know he's getting bribes until it's all over with, because I don't want him thinking one's gonna he ain't gonna know who's is who anyway. But once the show's over, all the bribes are gonna go to him. So
Mr. David said Mr. Ollie's in my pocket anyway. Yeah. Well, Mr. Mike, did it ever stop raining? Or are you still getting rain every day? He said he only got about 20% of what honey he should have had.
yep.
Oh no, Mr. Mr. Randy's putting everybody in timeout. He just put Mr. Dan and Philip in timeout.
No. Ain't having it. Y'all in time. I was looking at that watching.
Mr. Mike, it's still raining.
That's crazy. I mean, we
I
finally
don't
got
know
a
if
couple
you
of days
can
break.
undo the timeout. I think we did that with DC when you accidentally put him in timeout. And we couldn't, he's been timed out for 86,000 seconds.
Who had?
And then he timed out Mr. Dan for 86,000 seconds.
I don't know him. Let's see if we can.
He timed out Philip too. Oh no, he just timed out Mr. Mike.
Miss Green pushing the button.
No, that wasn't us.
He should be. I think you can go back. Can't you go back and if you was the one to time them out, go back and
I
untime
don't think we ever could untime out.
Hush, y'all. But we'll have him back here in a second.
No, it's not letting me undo it.
No, it won't let me do it.
Really?
Mm-mm.
No.
Channel activity, can message removed. I can put you in timeout.
I wonder
But I
if
can't
one
undo
of
timeout.
Mr. Randy's babies got a hold of it.
Well, we'll have y'all back in the next
Yeah.
86,000 seconds. I don't even know how many seconds that is.
That's a lot. Well, it's 86,000 seconds, but I don't know how many hours that is.
Per hour, yeah.
No, that's all up in the hours there. Oh, no.
Well, it's about 24 hours, Lee said.
Is it really?
Lee, is there a way to undo it? There's got to be a way somehow.
Oh, my goodness. If you put the link up, Philip will just come in here and talk, but. Okay, Mr. Mike's undid.
Now I got to figure out how to get
He said this place is tough.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Welcome back, y'all.
Missed it.
Yep. Wasn't me. On this one.
My word.
All right, Phil. I don't know if he timed you out or not, Phil.
I wonder if it let Mr. Randy undo it.
Maybe so. Because we got.
You get an undo button, Mr. Randy. Yeah, Mr. Russell, I am. The chiropractor got about half of my bones put back in place. So it's a lot easier to breathe and move a little bit now. So somebody felt threatened with injury. He said I went out to clean up honey buckets and the bouncers went crazy.
Absolute power corrupts, man.
That's hilarious.
Where's Blaine at when we need him?
For real.
You know what I mean?
Especially since Phil's in here tonight. Easier to be in a bar fight than fight buttons. You're probably right. You
want to do your prayer list and we'll talk some beekeeping, what we got.
Okay, Lee's going to try to fix Mr. But what happened to Mr. Randy? You don't think his account could have got hacked or something, do you? Because he hadn't been back in since he timed everybody out.
Unless he just timed himself out. So, all right, you two.
What if we could have got I missed all the trash talk. He said,
Well-
what if we put gun line and timeout when we go in a black hole?
Hey, there ain't no telling her. The whole thing's going to go kaboom, one of the two,
Yeah.
like with Lee and Grayson over there. We say, Mr. Mark Miller, good to see you, Captain.
Yeah.
Chris, good to see you too, bud.
That's what Chris had.
I did.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to get into the prayer list then.
Then Grayson and VI both have.
Okay. And then I got some smack talk from one gentleman that is with us, but I'm going to read his text message off to y'all.
Okay. All right, we got Mr. Mark and Miss Crystal, Ed and his family, Mr. Pat, Miss Deb, Mike Tangway and his family. Oh, Mr. Dan's back. Good deal. DC's parents, Rachel Wilson, her sister Amanda, and their niece Riley, Philip's mama, his friends BJ and his wife, Bobby's Bees and his family, the Gandy family, Hillbilly Earl, Miss Leona, Steve Amos's father-in-law, PJ Hanley, Catherine's son and his family, Sarah and her family, Mr. Randy's mother-in-law, Miss Janae Wood, Kenneth and Chris Wilkinson, Terry Bertalan, Miss Janet, Redfish's wife, Kenneth Allen, Miss Dolores Pepperuki, Denny Ray, Keith Laramore's wife, Miss Brenda. Let's see, Steve-O, Rodney Middleton, Miss Williams, Philip's cousin's family. Sorry, I couldn't read my own writing. Let's see, Dan Garrison's daughter, Miss Lynn, Clay Bunner's daughter-in-law, Keith Laramore's cousin, Russell Amon's wife, Miss Brenda, Mike Berry, Lee's mama, Miss Brenda Johnson, Tom, Barnhill's wife, Miss Connie, Philip's brother Wayne, Highland Honey and their family, the family of the Idaho firefighters, David Hoskins' little granddaughter, Mr. Greg Dunn, Mr. Roy's son Sam, John Lawler, Clay Bunner's little grandson is having some medical issues, and then Phil's mama, 33 Mile Phil, said she's got some kind of real bad infection she's fighting right now, so she needs prayers.
Mr. Russell Koopman asked, will we add his granddaughter to the prayer list? She is going in for some cancer treatment.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, Mr. Russell. So, y'all please continue to keep these folks in prayer.
And Jamie.
Yeah.
Writing down because we already talked about it.
Many folks, many of us out there in need of prayer right now. So y'all will just take time to lift these folks up when you lay your head down during the evening time and when you get up in the morning. We thank everybody that takes the time to do that for each of us. You got a question?
Grayson. He was wondering if we had any kind of flow. He said he ain't getting no nectar, but he's getting a lot of pollen coming in.
No, I mean, we ain't had any kind of flow of any kind this year.
Mr. Randy said the dog was laying on his phone.
Yeah, I seen that when you was reading prayer. I had to bite my lip because I was like,
Oh no.
I sound like something happened around here by all means.
Jasper.
We understand, Mr. Randy. We
Absolutely.
understand.
It was funny. Lee saved the day as usual and got it fixed.
Thanks, sir. And it's to be expected here. So Y'all,
for sure.
but no, buddy, we just ain't had too much of a flow in our little area. I guess there's some people down in the south of the county, so they've had a good season. But up here where we're at, we haven't had a phenomenal season at all. But we did see them. I think it was about a week ago. Went out there and hit everybody again with the peppermint extract and eucalyptus and this and that.
The
And
yellow jackets are doing better than bees right now.
hey, I tell you, they was bringing in some pollen those mornings. Every single little girl coming to the house was packed down with pollen. So they hit on something pretty good there for several days. But no, it ain't gonna be long for we're gonna have to hit them with the feed, especially the goldenrod. Which it never does nothing anyway, so we really don't depend on it. But it looks like we need to go ahead and just kind of get everybody good and full before the season gets in, and I think we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But about taking the advice of the old timers and go ahead and get a jump and getting them bees fed. That way, whenever season gets here, you ain't got to worry about them not having enough. But we'll get into that here shortly. And you said Tom and Melissa had something.
Sorry,
Okay.
Miss Phillips said deduct 10 points from Mr. Dan's total. At VA, the time Melissa was asking if we was planning on going or not.
We are trying. Yeah, we have plans to make it.
If big yes, our plans work out.
Yes, if the plans work out, but we do have plans to try and make it this year, Lord willing. And we've been in touch with some folks about it, and when we get all those,
Let me thank Jasper for getting registered as my emotional support.
I don't know. He may pull some old trucker mess up in there. That's the only thing we need. But yes, sir. We shall. Yes, sir, and ma'am. We shall plan on trying to at least go up there for a day or two and shake hands and visit. And we may not be able to stay the whole duration, but at least a night or two, see what's happening, fellowship with everybody a little bit, and then probably mosey on back to the house Saturday after lunch or something like that. But yes, sir. It is our goal to make it this year. Where else we at? I figured if y'all want, while we got everybody in here and the trash talking is going on.
Phil said if you do that, you better not be like Charlie and stand me up on a Cracker Barrel.
Oh no, sir, I won't do that to you. No.
No, if we go, like it'll just you're hitting buttons. You're gonna be the next one timing somebody out on accident.
Let me get to this message real quick. While the smack talking is going on.
There has been some smack talking in that chat.
Well, I was glancing at a little bit of it, trying to keep up there, but got a message from our good friend out there that has 13% humidity in California.
And likes to rub it in all the time.
Yes.
But he's at 13% humidity.
Got a message from him, and he said he was wanting to know the address, this and that, to, as his words say, I want this year's winning honey sent to. He said, I'd send money along with it, but it tastes so good. I think the leftover from the contest is the prize itself, the man says. Also, can you let everyone know not to send entries in so they save themselves the shipping costs? All right, that's Todd speaking out there in California now.
Man is confident in his honey this year.
And he's telling Philip Morris out there now, don't be sending no Monopoly money again. Or is he sending Monopoly money? Question mark. No worries. This stuff will make you wish I entered it last year too. So
But I
it's
can't
going
wait. If
on.
it's like that, I can't wait to taste this honey.
That way I can get his words out there.
Oh no. He said, I thought you wouldn't say who sent the message.
Oh, my bad.
Todd, come on, you should know. Like you should know better than to think that one will keep a secret by now.
He said, "Do I need to send more money?" Because Hannah eating all that.
No, I haven't eaten all yours,
Hey.
Keith.
But Keith, let me tell you what, bro. She has drained the bottom of the barrel out of that one you sent.
I can't help it. You too. Your girls make the most incredible honey.
She's literally got that jar upside down over there, getting every single drop that she can. Look at her shaking her head in the camera.
Hey, he needs the fire out of that honey butter when I make it with that too.
I do.
I'm not the only one working on this honey.
I like that honey butter and biscuit now. That's pretty good.
Oh, hey, Ian.
What'd you say there, Ian? Good to see you. Brian and Jen, y'all done moseyed in here too.
I told
Barn
them
Hill
that
B.
like 30 minutes.
Excuse me.
You were
My
way
apologies.
behind.
On that.
Mike said all I have to say is purple honey. Yeah, Oliver doesn't need a bicycle.
That's hilarious, Philip.
Oh my God.
Look, while we got y'all here, all right, y'all don't go nowhere yet. I'm trying to find my calendar or a calendar. All right. What is this? September.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do y'all
I
want
gotta talk to Adam.
what day? It's gonna be best. So don't mention it.
No, we can't set a date yet. I'm gonna talk to her.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna keep it on.
All right. Well, then disregard that. Wow.
I gotta see which one he does. But we do know Joey said he would swap with us. Oh, hey, Randy. We got all the big timers in here tonight. What do we do?
628 Dirt 3
Uh-huh.
seconds, Captain. Good to see you, sir.
But no, Joey did say he would swap with us, and we're gonna do it on a Saturday, and probably start at least an hour earlier, cause y'all don't know Oliver. It's gonna. Y'all thought Mr. Donnie was slow. Ollie's gonna be so busy going back and forth and seeing himself in the camera and doing his professional honey opinion on everything.
Because he's going to be professional. Y'all don't worry. He's going to be professional about it.
Dennis said, I'm so ready for football season to start.
Roll Tide.
I can't say them words.
No. She's War Eagle. It's a house divided up in here. During the Iron Bowl, anyway. Well, family divided pretty much.
I know. I told Mr. JW he better get on it if he's going to email that stuff in this year. They'll say my second bottle of honey's going to taste an awful lot like maple syrup.
Oh, that makes syrup's feel good now. There's a little bit of that left in there.
A little bit.
And
Redfish said my honey ain't purple, but it'll make everybody green with him. That's pretty good.
well, yeah, I'll send it on. Any of you want to, and you don't have the email, we put the email in there, and y'all send us an email. We get you the address. You can send it to.
Yeah.
Get everybody on the lineup. Because so far we got
Mr.
Russell Amon, Keith, Mike, and
That's not
James Nolan.
No, that's
And
James.
Got his theirs now. So yeah. And Todd will be here soon, and everybody else on down the line there.
I'm excited to try. You too.
Quit arguing.
Judy. But whoever.
So not set on the date yet. I have to redo that. Then the members giveaway.
Yeah, the try to say that.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. For the members, God love you. I was wanting to try to mention this last Sunday. But we will do that giveaway August the 7th. No, can't do it 17th because we got a guest. August the 24th. We will do that one for the members giveaway. And any member, no matter the level on it, you're eligible for it. But we got in touch with Mr. Randy at Tar Heel Beekeeping, and many of y'all have gotten boxes done by him and equipment. But Miss, it won't let me load because whatever StreamYard's doing.
That's a sweet picture, Phil.
Maybe we can get it showed here in just a second. But yeah, if you're a member, you're eligible for it, no matter the level. But it's going to be a solid bottom board, a 10-frame deep box, migratory lid, and the entrance reducer. All of it is 100% wax dip by Mr. Randy up there at the Tar Heel Beekeeping. And it's just y'all a little way to show our appreciation to our members out there and kind of get y'all.
Even though we're late.
Yes, we're very late on things, but
James just came in.
So
James, no,
y'all keep your ears open on that, and we'll take and do a reminder message on right before we do that, so everybody have a chance to get in there. So it's be some good equipment, whether you want to tinker with your yard or start out a little box for the kids or grandbabies or something like that. It's going to be some good equipment. It's going to last a long time for you, being wax dip there. But thank you very much, Mr. Randy Tar Heel, for working with us on it.
Being patient with us.
Yes, and we appreciate you very much on that. And look at, we're excited to see who gets that puppy too. But what else I have down in here? I was going to try to show that picture.
So, Otago time honey. That sounds very interesting. Yeah, let me see if we can show.
Here, I'll just remove those from this.
That was, that's what I was.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get it shown. Philip? Yeah, Philip Morris.
I said that's, look, she's sitting in her breezeway, looking down at the lake. That's a beautiful view. I don't know if it'll show up for y'all, but
That's another one y'all keep in your prayers. I know we got her on the prayer list there. No. Peaceful looking picture, my man.
he said his brother sent it to him today. Him and Noah was moving beads all day.
Well, the last time when we was on Sunday week, they come on for a few minutes and they was out there working on something with them.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get things lined up. Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Randy. Anything we can do to help promote your stuff and get you out there, we'll absolutely do it. Huh?
You want to put the link in?
Yep.
I don't want to be accused of shutting it down.
We'll put the link in. Any of y'all want to come in and chit chat? If not, we'll get into this feeding from in the old timey days. Let me go ahead and get that set up. But okay. What else did I miss? Oh, and August 17th. That's what I was saying. If everything works out with the man, we will have, from my understanding, an exclusive on something that I'm going to say it's going to revolutionize beekeeping in a lot of ways for many, many people.
There's Larimore.
And Mr. Keith Larimore.
Yeah.
And we look forward to having him, Lord willing, like I say, August the 17th. But we'll see how it goes. I know he was in the process of moving. We tried to get him here this week and everything, but speaking with him, he was working on trying to get moved and things like that. So he asked if the 17th to work out. But that'll be Mr. Justin Ruger coming in and speaking with him, what he's got going on. In my book, is some pretty amazing stuff, what he's been working on and in the process of getting out for beekeepers to be able to use some technological tools in your beekeeping. But like I say, Lord willing, we'll be able to have him on and chit chat about what he's got going on. And I really hope if we can get him on, that everybody else will pick him up somewhere on down the line and be able to get it out to more beekeepers. You know, everybody that does a chat throughout the week. Really hope they'll kind of tune in and say, you know, let me get him on mine as well and kind of get this information out there for folks. What if? Let me run through these comments just a second. Some of y'all popped in. Some of y'all still tinkering around a little bit of honey, I see. Who was it? I think Mr. Mike Berry is kind of pretty well wrapping things up down there. Imagine who else was it? Joey was getting a little bit done. And I imagine some of y'all up there in that north country probably pretty well wrapped things up for the most part of the year as well. Now, dearth has definitely set in. The yellow jackets are running rampant. Many of y'all seen the message on what y'all want to do on the yellow jacket nest that was found out here again this year, or like last year. Them old dogs and them noses, they can't keep their nose out of stuff, and they found out real fast in yellow jacket tear your tail up. So, and they're probably, that yellow jacket nest is maybe 20 feet from where we have the bees, but we haven't seen them down there harassing them. They've been pretty well pulling on these old wild grapes that have been blooming, falling on the ground. A few old peaches and stuff like that the chickens got into. No, Sir Keith, not yet. We was going to a minute ago, but Hannah told me to hold off just a minute. We should have a date set for by the time we do Sunday fellowship next weekend, and we'll have a date for sure set. But it'll be the latter part of September, either the second to last Sunday or the last Sunday in September. That way, to give people time to get stuff sent on in and pretty well be done with whatever beekeeping chores you got going on. You ain't trying to rush on nothing. Like Mike said, I've been feeding for a month. We probably should have, but colony's pretty heavy out there. Now I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I did take in the two fussy colonies we was talking about the other week as well. I put their butts to work. I put double deep on one and I put a single deep on another. And one of them, I'll go out there and I'll pull the tray out and show y'all because I hadn't emptied that tray yet. But it didn't take them long. They got all that mess cleaned up. Well, hopefully that'll calm y'all's attitude down a little bit for the time being. But they got all those frames and boxes cleaned up for us, punishment. And
Did they get attitude adjustment?
they did not, well, they didn't have much of attitude when I went in there because I just took some of y'all's advice. Like I said, we don't use smoke too terribly much, but I went on, I loaded that smoker up, and I just smoked them till they was crying out there. And then finally took everybody apart and threw them boxes on real quick, closed their tails back up, and said, "Here you go. Here's your punishment." But I will say, since we went and got a whole bunch of that other stuff from old Lance early in the season, we got several screen bottom boards. And I think we're going to transition everything over next year to them screen bottom boards for, I think, a multi-purpose use. Not only did it help with, if we could tell, as far as keeping them a little bit cooler, but it seemed to kind of help with the beetle situation a little bit, especially some of the days we wasn't able to get in and stay on time with our peppermint and eucalyptus concoction there.
But we still got this.
But yes, I mean, everybody's still doing good. We had the first beetle slime out. But as far as them girls keeping things clean, cleaning it out, the cooler, and then keeping them beetles pushed down under those screens. I really think we're going to transition over to screen bottom boards for everybody next year. And while we ain't got anybody in the horizontal boxes, I'm going to go ahead and cut out some bottoms or cut out the square, a good size square in them horizontal hives and put some of that mesh screening down in there as well to help whenever we go to do the colonies next year.
Emailed you as I'm opposite calling sometime and he'll tell you how to get rid of yellow jackets for the next couple of years.
I'll sure do that, brother, because them yellow jackets last couple of years have just been
bad.
Yeah. We got 3. We killed 3 last year, did a video on 1, and that was old Alpha and Aquarium and everything else. Then the dogs finding that one this year.
You see pods coming.
I just seen Sean and Miss Angela get in.
Yeah,
Good to see y'all.
too. Where's Matt too?
Who's he?
Have you ever gave Ollie honeycomb?
Yeah.
You had to like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. Dan, I'm glad I told you I couldn't swear to it because Tim said he has had it and he liked it. A lot of times he'll be driving down that hill with Uncle Tim when Hannah doesn't put her astronaut suit on.
Matt, Sandy Valley, good seeing you too, brother. Appreciate everybody joining us this evening. Where'd you say somebody had something?
Todd's comment.
Todd.
Putting Jasper, did I put Jasper in an 86,000 second timeout?
No, but I wish you put his little peaceful protesters in that for a minute. Well, they finally laid down. Good deal. Now we can have a peaceful conversation there. Our New Zealand friends out there saying they deal with yellow jackets too. Seen the ball face on it a little bit, but nowhere near the doggone yellow jackets. But like I said, I ain't seen them down there harassing the bees, which not to say they haven't. Usually when we see them down there, they scavenging on the ground, getting whatever's already unalive from old age, or they kick them out, getting soused, whatever they doing.
Attacking my babies is what they're doing.
Oh, well, let me say that while I'm in here too, because in that message, it was Todd and PJ from Hanley's homestead.
Yeah.
I do not know why I did not think about that. But whenever y'all said stick a flame to it,
Mm,
I like that idea as well. So I think we're just going to do a quadruple.
there's no telling what he's going to end up doing. There is absolutely no telling.
Danae, I still got Tannerite, but it's just a little bit too close
It's
to.
entirely too close to our house to do that.
Yeah. If I find one down in the bottom, we'll do that. But yeah, this is
I
just
don't
a little
know,
bit too
Brian
close.
had a skunk.
Uh-oh. Who else has skunk problem with Tom? Tom had the baby skunks out there, I think. He had pictures of
Yeah.
Matt.
Um,
Uh,
I haven't seen Joey in
well, it seems like some of y'all having yellow jacket problems this year.
Yeah.
Then I guess it's just one of them years for everybody to crank on up and
I guess so.
do whatever nature's doing out there.
They sure enough been cooperating here.
Good years and bad years for all the critters. M80. That's pretty good too, Mike Tanway. Now that,
Put a button over the hole and let Tim push it. That's hilarious.
all right, let me get into some of this. This one little story here, or not story, but feeding on your bees. Like I say, it ain't gonna be too long before. Yes, we all gonna have to kind of start pouring it to them a little bit, and many of y'all already mentioned you already are, but this is from. Let me see if I can get the date on it. Y'all know what it is. Oh, my word. I'm trying to get to the.
Let's talk about that one.
My bad. I didn't realize it was that far down.
You don't forget where you were.
Yes. Volume 33, January 5th, 1894. But it's going to be old Doolittle this time, not C.C. Miller or Daydan or any of them old dudes. Apparently, whoever Doolittle was, he's mentioned a lot in these big journals as well. But his mixture of feeding without your syrup, according to him, ever getting sour or turning on you in any kind of way. But thought it pretty interesting how he says he fed back then. Making sure sugar, thank you, for feeding bees. GM Doolittle. The following has come to hand from someone who forgot to sign his or her name, so I will answer through the Bee Journal as requested. The question was, will you tell us through the columns of the American Bee Journal just how you make sugar syrup? They're asking old Doolittle how to make his sugar syrup for feeding bees. As I have some bees which have need feeding before long. I think you have given us before, but I cannot find where it's written. If I remember rightly, you use honey to a certain extent, and if so, is there any danger of getting foul brood where one may have to buy honey for this purpose? All right, Doolittle saying and answering above, it may be well and interesting to the reader to know just how I come to hit on the formula for sugar syrup, which I have given several times before in different bee papers, as hinted by our correspondent. Some years ago, after a poor season, I found that all of my queen rearing colonies would have to be fed, as well as some of the others. So I set about looking up recipes for making feed. As I had no surplus combs of honeys, I found plenty of recipes telling me how to make it using vinegar, cream of tartar, and tartic acid in greater or less quantities to keep the syrup from candying or crystallizing. When about concluding the use of one of these, I ran across one that said all that was necessary to do was to pour boiling water on granulated sugar, stirring both together as long as the water would not dissolve any more than sugar. As it seemed so simple, I concluded to use of this. Having this sugar syrup made, the feeders in the hive, I proceeded to feed, all of them going well the first feed. When I came to feed the second night, I found feed skimmed all over the crust, which had crusted in the sugar, which had formed on the surface during of the 24 hours, and it had been standing. I also found that it had granulated on the bottom of the sides of the can, and upon going to the hives, I found a little on the bottom and the sides of the feeders. However, I persisted in feeding it, as one given the plan said nothing was needed to keep the syrup from crystallizing, as the bees put acid enough into the manipulation to keep it a liquid. After a few days, I noticed that the bees at the entrance of the hive of each colony fed, having only little grains of sugar on their wings and bodies, trying to fly, but most of them had so much on them that they could only hop around, making a purring sound with their wings. I next looked inside the hives when I found that fully 1/5 of the bees had more or less of this sugar crystals on them, while the inside of the feeders was all covered with crystals. Upon looking into the cells containing the syrup, I found that in many of them, crystallization had commenced to such an extent that the crystals were easily seen. And I said this would not answer. So when the next batch syrup was made, I put vinegar in the water before stirring in the sugar. While the vinegar helped with the crystals, it also gave a taste to the syrup which I did not like. So in the next, I tried cream of tartar and then tartic acid. But in spite of them, all the syrup would crystallize, some unless I added so much that it was disagreeable with taste that given in the syrup. Now it came to me how in early years I used to, owning a scarcity of our lonely house, of our only house, honey and syrup, honey and sugar mixed on the table, in which case neither the honey nor sugar granulated. So the next batch of sugar syrup was made as follows. He made 15 pounds of water, or he had 15 pounds of water, was put into a large tin dish and brought to a bowl. When 30 pounds of granulated sugar was poured in and stirred for a moment till it had mostly dissolved, when it was left over the fire till it boiled again. Upon taking from the fire, 5 pounds of honey was poured in, and the whole stirring enough to mix thoroughly.
No, I gave Sean one answer, and I think Keith was correct. He gave another answer. Okay.
While stirring in enough to mix thoroughly, I found in this a syrup is about the consistency of honey, which remained a liquid from day to day. A syrup that any beekeeper could easily make, and one of which would not crystal on the bees, feeders, or in the cells. I have kept this syrup standing in an open dish for months at a time without any of it crystallizing or souring.
Hmm.
It has now been some 10 to 12 years since the experiments above given were tried, and during all that time, I have never found how I could improve on this food or feeding the bees for winter stores. For spring feeding, I would use 25 pounds of water to the same amount of sugar and honey, as this gives better results in brood rearing than does the thicker syrup.
I'm sorry, what was his final thing? He went the tartic acid?
His final thing was 15 pounds of water, 30 pounds of granulated sugar poured in over a fire, let it boil till it's pretty well dissolved. And so what was left over that wouldn't dissolve, put it back on the fire, let it roll again.
Mm,
Upon taking it off your heat, add 5 pounds of honey
okay.
and stir in enough until you get the consistency of honey. Then for spring feeding, it would use 25 pounds of water to the same amount of sugar and honey, as giving better results in brood rearing than does the thicker syrup. As to there being any danger, should it so happen that honey from foul brood colony was used, I would say that there need be no fears, for that if the honey is stirred in as above given, it will all be scalded, and the scalding of the honey, anything else having the germs of foul brood about or in it, effectively kills the germs. However, cark, I guess that's, huh? Anyway, oh, it's the old, okay. However, care should be used in handling honey which may have some of the foul brood hive, as the least bit of it carefully left where the bees can get it. While in its raw state, will carry with it the seeds of foul brood, just as surely as corn grows from seed corn. There's one other item I wish to notice before closing, that is where our correspondent hints at its being necessary to feed his bees before long, as if, as I suspect, the correspondent lives in the north. He should have fed the bees in October what they need to carry them through into winter. This is pretty much what all them bigger dudes say back in the days. And I know many, I think Charlie does that a lot. Sawmill Charlie. Yes, he gets in there, he hits them early. That way, whenever full on season comes, he ain't got to worry about getting in there and fooling with a bunch of feed and having that stressor on him. So,
Sean asked, how do you control the temp on the fire? And then Mike said, I wonder if mixing in chlorine would have similar sanitizing effect.
On the fire part, I would just get that. I'd just get my water to where it's rolling real good. Maybe not a heavy boil,
Yeah.
but to where it's just rolling real good. Then, add your sugar, mix it in a little bit, add your sugar, mix it in until you get all your sugar mixed in. Then let that go for a minute, pull it off. Then the way he's talking, let it cool a second, add it back to the fire, and mix in your honey with it there. If that's something you plan on doing.
Brent Wells said it sounds like a recipe for making funny honey. It's interesting it works as a thing.
That was.
I don't know about the chlorine.
Yeah, you have to ask. That'd be some of these old fellers in here that got a little bit more knowledge on that end of it. I sort of want to be one to say, feed it to them. Then, Tim, I fed that stuff to my bees and every one of them was unalive the next day. Well, we know not to do that. But perhaps somebody in the chat will have a little bit more on that.
Mike said, or mixing thymol to sanitize the syrup.
There you go.
Okay, what is HMF? He said many believe that boiling sugar can cause HMS, which are toxic for bees. But I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. I don't know either. I'm not sure on that.
Or shoot, no,
I don't
well,
know that we've always done. You have melted sugar in the water on the stove.
well, we done, well, yeah.
But that's not really boiling the sugar for any length of time.
I mean, we've done fondants, and the fondant, you got to boil that stuff. What is it called, the softball or something?
Compound formed from the dehydration of reducing sugars particularly during the heating of sugar-containing foods. Okay, that's a new one to me.
If nothing else, I don't see why this wouldn't hurt. If you're not going to be boiling your water down, but basically all you're just worried about is trying to sterilize, I guess.
Okay, DC said, I believe that if you take the sugar too high past the inversion state, it'll turn and cause the HMO. Okay.
All right. If you can do a, what's it say on the candy? A soft bowl?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Apparently that's plenty safe because that's what you make a fondant with.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Dan said he adds a couple drops of tea tree oil to sanitize his syrup. Yeah, that's good for the baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's in tea tree oil and the thymol is mentioned a whole bunch in the Library of Medicine on being many health benefits for the bees.
Matt said as long as you keep it below 234 Fahrenheit, it'll be safe.
Okay, there we go. So keep it.
What is boiling? 212 is the boiling point. So you just want it barely over boiling.
Yeah, just get it good hot. Just do that then. Start seeing them bubbles come up in the bottom, them little bitty bubbles coming up. You know she's getting hot down there. Add it to it.
I'm glad you brought that up, Keith, because I have a much better understanding of it now.
There we go. Softball steak. Matt's got it. Have not tried the cold fondant. And we didn't put any citric acid in ours. All we did when we made the fondant was just sugar and water. And we tell you what, the first time I done it, I had a mess. Got stuff boiling everywhere, this and that, and I'm trying to keep the temperature down, and it's what making candy pretty much out what it's doing down in the thing. And
ruin my good sauce.
We got over that though.
Yeah, you got over that.
And what we do, we put it in the
Redfish, you should see our yard, buddy. Yours can't be that bad. DC said he was late because he was tending the garden and pulling weeds, so everybody's hitting him up. DC, we got weeds over here. But Redfish just said my weeds have baby weeds.
yeah,
So when you get a couple days, come down here. Oh Lord, Keith.
It don't take much.
No.
I'm talking about you got to keep, if you got propane, if you got natural gas or something like that, it's a little bit easier to control that fire in there. But with that electric, we got electric. And you kind of got to tinker with that thing until you finally get it to where it's sitting perfect on that softball bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And when you finally get it there, you're good. But when that stuff starts rolling and cooking and you constantly stir, then what we do, we put it in the stand mixer for a minute, didn't we? And let it mix up some more as it cooled. And then poured it off before it got too cold.
I don't know, Mr. Dan. I've always been trying to get it to grow everywhere. I've never tried to get rid of personally. But stuff's really good for you. Like it has a whole lot of health and medicinal benefits. The leaves and the flowers do.
Sure does. I was reading up on it not long ago. It said the old timer used to cook with that a lot, use it for whatever herbage, give it a little bit of flavor as well. But yeah, that stuff's all over the place around here too. But
that's it, DC. You gotta slow go it to get up to the temperature you want.
Yeah, we had to be careful with it. I was pulling that thing off out of the eye a little bit this and that, moving it back and forth when it fine, because you got to let it boil for so long, and then take it off the heat. According, we did who was its recipe?
Mr. Dean said he could send me about 100 pounds of it. Hey, put me a couple sprigs in with that honey when you send it down.
Take care, Chris. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah. Hope y'all have a good week, Chris.
I did see your email today, buddy. Like that shirt, man. Kicking
Yeah.
it with old big feet. uh,
I agree, DC. If we could switch to gas, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Vino Farm. Is that the dude's name? Vino. Where we got the fondant recipe from a few years ago. Super simple.
You gonna cause me to lie. I don't know.
I think that's the dude's name.
Remember.
Was Vino or something like that.
No, we're not talking about making liquor, Todd. We're talking about making sugar syrup for the bees.
Get the feed on early.
Mm-hmm.
Early. That way you're done with it.
He was cooking, so he was multitasking. I didn't cook today. I cooked really big yesterday, Friday.
That's it. Vino Farms. Yep.
They know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Every time, I'll let Todd tell a story if he ever wants to, but every time it don't matter whose chat it is, whenever Todd's talking about he's cooking something, he's got a story about a bird that was a pet. And if I remember right, it has something to do with them making a meal and that bird, this and that. But Todd, it's just hilarious. I don't know if he'll ever come on and tell her or not, but
Yeah.
it's a good story.
There's a good question. Has anybody made fondant that doesn't melt in the hive? I don't think ours melted.
We didn't have a problem with it melting in the house. Nope.
Even as hot as it is down here.
I'm trying to remember. It was a super simple recipe. What his recipe was.
Mike said his powdered sugar honey fondant patties weren't great and no darn cooking.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
That's the fun part. If you don't have to clean up behind your husband.
Take care, Mr. Randy. Appreciate you, Captain.
Mr. Dan said man lake sure won't melt in the hive.
We'll see Minnesota Mike's, the powdered sugar honey fondant. That's what a lot of, in the papers too, then they fed was powdered sugar. I know some folks had their reservations about using powdered sugar, but undoubtedly that was a big deal. What they fed with when they couldn't get their hands on granulated sugar.
Yeah. We had pretty good luck with that recipe we did pollen patties out of, but we didn't have enough real pollen. We had to use pollen some. And I think we pretty well settled on that recipe for feeding them.
Yeah, but we're going, because we were talking about this not long ago, but it was the essential and non-essential, what was it, amino acids?
You
To make sure, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, of make sure you have those
in
there. That way you actually are giving them something good and healthy besides just
bland pollen.
Yeah, something to take and keep their bellies full, if you will. And I think that's pretty much what a lot of the Apis biologics has in there to help on that.
Gary, that one was a gift to us. Well, Mr. Russell Amon sent us home with it.
Oh.
The
Yes,
hive tool.
sure did.
When we got to make our day trip over there.
Yeah, I've never tinkered with.
Sean said you're getting way too scientific for me, too.
My bad. Yeah, then Brian and Miss Kathy sent us
Oh, my God.
the old shank over there. I don't know if y'all
I
maybe hard
put
to
a
tell.
story there. The bird tried to take a bath in the front
That's
part
it,
of
yep.
his Korean barbecue ribs.
Yes, sir. That's the story.
Oh my gosh.
But it's hilarious hearing him tell it because it's like he sees the bird flying over there and the kids.
Slow motion.
Yeah, it was just like one of those oh no moments. This is happening.
Mm,
Yep.
that's it.
I'm gonna say nail pulling. That's what I'd use it for.
It's not a hammer. It survived? Seriously? And I got rid of it as fast as possible.
Yeah. When we derail
Oh,
one evening, Todd, feel free to come on and give everybody a good laugh on that. Because
mhm.
it's a funny story listening to Todd tell it.
Well,
Hmm. Mr. Dan saying the same thing to me.
but he's a construction man too.
Just
Y'all's
put a nail in
brains
there,
work
pop
a
that
lot.
thing out. What else we do here? Good. Okay. I've been through all my business.
Did you pick a date
And my, for what?
for the members only?
The 20 something of another.
He said I used the crock pot to melt wax.
Memories, good old memories.
Oh, you was right. It's a nail puller.
See, I'll tear up everything. Or use everything for a hammer. Now, I'm not one of them. I don't use all my tools for a hammer. There's some people I see, I just shake my head and I'm like, oh no, you ain't. Use their drill, knock a hammer in, or a nail in, this and that. What do you do?
Yes, James, we showed it off at the beginning.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like coming in.
Yes, I got it sitting right on. Gets turned around. Yep. That's pretty.
Your
Pretty
girls
stuff.
did good, James. Aerodynamics for when you throw.
Yeah, you don't want that thing
That's
diverting and boomeranging
hilarious.
off anywhere.
That man's been there before. Mm. Well, this button's weighing in.
I'm about 155 now.
I was gonna say the big one or the little one.
Now,
The little one we're keeping.
she's probably 8 or 10 pounds now. I guess they're getting big. Quick.
Jiggles get huge. I mean, huge. He's almost as tall as his mama already.
Well, y'all, it's just easier to take. You know how it is nowadays. Just throw it away and buy something. Boom, boom. I'll I'll run it until it don't matter what it is. Whether it's beekeeping stuff or my boots. I'll run them babies till I can't go another foot in them. I've been working for our old preacher that retired been working down there at his place, and his wife asked me the other day, she said, Tim, she said, you must really love them boots, or they're just really comfortable. I said, Miss Rose, these bad boys are comfortable. I said, why? Because you can see the steel toe and everything like that at the end of them. She said, well, yes, son, I was kind of worried about that you just may not have had enough to get you some more boots or something. So,
Oh, he could go buy boots, just the same as he could buy jeans and wallets and socks and t-shirts. He just refuses.
wear them till I can't wear it no more.
Mhm.
I got a brand new pair of Wolverine in there that's ready to go, but
Literally.
uh,
Brand new, still got the tissue paper shoved down in the toes.
they've been sitting in there for 2 years. But yeah, I'll make it go till it won't go no more.
Yeah.
Flat tires too. We're gonna get it to the house, boys.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Ricky. Please don't tell him that.
Let's see. That man knows too. Once you get them
Even
boots
if
broke
he
in,
put a whole case of rolls of duct tape on the boots, he wouldn't get another year out. I guarantee you.
they are getting on.
It's hard to throw away a nice broken pair of boots.
That's it. Who said that?
Keep wearing them.
There we
He
go.
knows what you're
Yes,
talking
sir.
about. My brother-in-law still runs retreads. Oh, my word.
Hey, like I said, ain't no need in chunking it. It's still, you can get another year out of it. Use it.
He's not wasteful, I will say that.
Where are we?
I'm out of coffee. I'm scared to make another cup this late.
Well, we have been rolling pretty good. What we got? Hour and 22 in. Time is flying by. I didn't realize it. That's all. Uh,
Sean, if we could have kept somebody's chickens out of our trees, I'd have had enough off our little peach trees to make us about 2 cobblers and a thing of ice cream this year.
we had a
I was
bunch.
counting on it too. I was so mad. I went out there one morning and the peaches, they had just started turning color. And I went out there and I sat down on the porch and well, it was before daylight when I went out there with coffee. And about daylight, I could start seeing. I was seeing these little things all over the ground. And the lighter it got, it finally dawned on me. That peach tree's standing straight up and ain't leaned over anymore. And it wasn't nothing but a whole bunch of naked peach seeds on the ground, all over the place.
Peach
Under
seeds
them
scattered
trees.
all over that dog.
I was furious. DC, he's hanging in there, but he's got a long, long way to go.
That doggone big old rooster we got, we call him Big Feet. He was hitting everything from the ground. Anything he could get from the ground or jump up and get, he was all over it. Well, we got some bantams, and the little bantams, they couldn't reach up that high. So they said, you know what? We'll jump in the trees and climb up there and get to them. And they just annihilated everything this year.
Yeah, sorry, DC, I forgot you came in late. Okay, so his brother, all we know is he fell. Really don't know how, but he did. He had a major brain injury. The fall caused a major bleed, and they had to do surgery, and it had formed a huge blood clot that was present on his brain. So they had to go in and take that out. Now, as of today, his whole left side is pretty well paralyzed. Like he can't move anything. He's like he's had a massive stroke kind of thing. But like we were talking earlier, it's a miracle that he's here, that the Lord spared him through that. But he's got a long way to go. So I'm sorry, I forgot you weren't here when we went through it in the beginning.
He'll probably be in the hospital another 2 or 3 weeks at the minimum, bare minimum. They just took him off the ventilators and stuff the latter part of this past week, I believe it was.
No, they took him off
Wednesday.
like Monday night, because when I took him on the Tuesday,
He was off. Yeah. Oh yeah, he put himself in a bind on that one.
But
See where the good Lord carries him. But once again, we thank everybody for your prayers out there.
yes. Yeah, Mike, I saw your video you put out on that. Everybody's talking about peaches.
Yeah, I seen everybody getting on the peach kick.
Mm-hmm. No, sir, it wasn't at work.
He was at somebody's house and undoubtedly lost his footing. He's got some other health problems, diabetes, working on him and this and that. And, I think it was just a combination of health issues and what have you that contributed to it. He just fell over and hit his head somehow or another.
Well, how's Miss Janet doing right there? I know y'all can empathize with that for sure.
Yes, like I said, it's gonna be a little road for him, but I agree with you there. The Lord does heal. We just gonna let the Lord continue His work.
I'm sorry to hear that, Steve.
Yes,
I'll say some extra prayers for her.
Showing to get her on there still and grandbabies and everybody.
Only the Lord could keep up with the list of needs that's going on down here.
But He does. I mean,
Yeah.
He's working for us, and Lord knows we've seen Him work in this chat 15 dozen times. What else? Trying to think on the beekeeping related down here. Gonna get them fed. Screen bottom boards next year for everybody. Cut the horizontal bottoms out. Do that. And once again, continue our growth camp.
Mm-hmm.
Lord willing, we'll get on some kind of honey crop next year.
I'm sticking to it. I'm just thankful we still have these.
I'm with you on
We'll
that.
have a chance.
I'm with you on that. Which that was our goal too, just to get some colonies growing that way. Carry through. Lord willing, they all make it, but whoever makes it through the winter season, we know who we're going to pretty well pull out to start working on splits immediately going into the season. Like I say, if everybody makes it through season, and And we'll just kind of go from there.
Hey, Todd.
Well, I thought I'd tell the bird story.
It's volume.
Hang on very long because I need to get some stuff done before it gets dark. But
Oh, you're good.
if you guys are ready for a laugh, you'll like this one. I know Tim's heard it, but I don't think you've heard it. Have you, Hannah?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So
I
this
think
is
one.
this about 9-10 years ago,
Mhm.
and for some reason I somehow inherited my ex's cockatiel, which the girls liked. So it stayed at my house.
Mhm.
I didn't like the bird, and I'll tell you why. Because every time I got on the phone and I said hello, that thing squawked. And then every word, it matched my word with the squawk. And it wasn't just a squawk, it was one of those ear piercing squawks. Like if I said 3 words, it squawked 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
I even had to go in the hallway closet, turn the light on, shut the door to have a conversation on the phone. That's how bad it got.
Oh my word.
So I dislike that bird very, very much. So anyway, it was probably about 9 years ago. About 9 years ago, it was Super Bowl Sunday. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna make me some Korean ribs in the crock pot, I've got all that stuff in there, and it was going for 3-4 hours, however long it was. And so I went in the kitchen, I turned it off, I took the top off, and I went out. I went like in the living room or something. Now the bird was across from the kitchen, and of course that stupid thing was sitting there, squawking away. That's why I have like a bald spot on my head and my hair is gray. But so I turned around to look, and I saw the bird fly from the cage, because it was on top of the cage. It had free reign of the house, but it never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Some stupid reason, this bird decides to fly across the room into the kitchen. Then it hits like the cabinet right above the crock pot, and it starts flapping its wings while it's squawking. And as it's flapping its wings, it's dropping down. It's not going up, it's going down, and it went kerplunk right in the freaking crock pot. And I could see this in slow motion. Before it got to the crock pot, I start running into the kitchen. So I grabbed the bird like 1 second after it got into the crock pot, and it's flapping its wings. It looked like a murder scene in my kitchen. There was that red sauce everywhere. It looked like someone got stabbed. So I grabbed the bird with the towel, like it was in there for maybe 2 seconds. I grabbed the bird, I'm wiping it off, it's biting me and stuff. And then all the kids are going bananas. The Hannah gets on the phone and says, Mom.
No.
I can't even remember the bird's name. Anyway, bird whatever fell in the crock pot, and so then the ex has to come over here. Then they went in the bathroom and gave it a bath and all this and that. I'm like, oh. Meanwhile, I have no dinner. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I call for a pizza. It takes about 4 hours to get a pizza. So yeah. And then so my youngest daughter's best friend had a brother, and I don't know how he found out about this bird, but he wanted the bird. I gave it to him. I said, here you go. I don't want this thing here. You could take the cage, everything free. Just take it, please. I was almost ready to pay them some money to take it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'll bring this thing
What
to
a
you.
nightmare.
Oh my god.
Told you it was a good story.
But it was so funny. It was like Tim said, in slow motion. I could just see that bird squawking and flapping its wings, and it's just lowering itself. It was like it was put his wings in reverse, and he was going down instead of up and flying away. But he went right in the crock pot.
My
It was
crock
like a hole,
pot.
it was like a hole in one. And then I'll tell you what, for years after that, I found little spots of that red sauce everywhere. I mean,
Oh,
I
I bet.
cleaned it all up, but I found a spot underneath the cabinet. I found a spot in the corner on the floor, way back underneath, like on the what is it? The board that goes along the floor. What is that, Tim? Floorboard, whatever it is. I don't know. I mean,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
for years, I
Okay.
Can you read the comments, Tom?
was, what's it say?
I'll bring Minnesota Mike. Well, everybody comments.
You should have called the 3-second rule. You should have videoed it. Good thing you wasn't frying a turkey. I would have just put the lid back on.
I'll tell you what, I never cooked a meal in that crock pot again. It's cooked a lot of wax though. Out in the garage. And every time we turn it on, I think of that stupid bird. And I can still see it flapping its wings, except it's like this. It's flapping its wings, except it's going down the counter instead of going up the counter. Oh, that bird had me going bananas.
Well, there's story time for this evening, yeah.
I might have a nightmare about it tonight. And brought it back up. But there was no video of it. I
So
probably
now,
would have got hauled away to the
everyone,
police.
everyone, y'all can have the same vision now that whenever Todd says, I'm listening, but I'm cooking, y'all can see
Yeah.
that bird in slow motion.
See that bird? And I'm not kidding you. It was probably about, and again, this was like 9 years ago. It was probably last summer when I found the last speck of that freaking Korean barbecue sauce somewhere in the kitchen up under the cabinet. It was crazy.
Larimore said you should have recorded the sound of the bird for your timer.
Oh man.
That was hilarious.
I got my cheeks feel hurting over
I
here.
know, that's what I'm running my head. Tonight on Todd's Dreams, the bird gets eaten.
You know what? When things happen, they happen to me. So
We've had incidences like that before.
well, you should see how I feel when I cook chicken thighs. You should see what I think when I see a chicken thigh every single time.
You see the little,
Yeah. Quack, 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 quack. And then it's terrible.
Oh my word. Thank you for sharing that, Todd.
was-
Oh my gosh.
And you know what? If the kids weren't there, I probably would have just waddled over into the kitchen. I probably would have put the lid back on the pot, and then I would have unplugged the crock pot, and I would have went to the trash can, and then that would be that. Then just tell the kids I left the door open and the bird flew away. They were they were 11 and 13.
Oh my word.
he's
So
in a better
Hannah
place.
was 13. Hannah probably would have figured it out, but Heather, my younger one, she would have thought, oh, okay, bye, bird. Hope it makes it from there. But those cockatiels, I am not kidding you. They have a squawk that just gets on my.
Brandon's
Dirt Rooster's comment there. A friend of ours went through a bad divorce with a wife who had a bird. Got in a little bit of trouble when the bird died after bumping it.
Oh, and of course, when the ex comes over, when she came over to the house, I immediately was to blame about all of this. Like, I knew that bird was going to flop into that crock pot 5 minutes beforehand when I took the lid off of it.
Yeah,
that's what Larimore said. Mom, Dad did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
I want to
But
ruin my supper. You should at least know me that enough, even though we split up.
Yeah.
I want my dinner. I'm not going.
you ever,
Right, Vincent.
you guys ever seen those oil spills on the coast when they're cleaning up ducks and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and they use dish
Don't.
or Dawn dish detergent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm a witness to that. That really works.
It's safe for the
Because
ducks. The milk
my
package.
my Dawn dish detergent went into the bathroom with the bird, and 30 minutes later, the bird was as clean as a whistle.
Uh-huh. Squeaky clean.
Yeah, yeah. You could have ate off of it.
Oh my word. That's pretty good.
And that's a true story. I am not kidding you. If one of my daughters was here right now, I'd say, "Hey, tell them it's a true story."
Oh, I believe you. You
They're-
can't make something like that up.
They're scarred. I think they never talked about that bird after that.
You traumatized.
And Mike says that those birds live to like 50 years old, and I'm sure that bird's alive right now.
Still squawking.
If it sees a crock pot, it starts squawking. I bet. I hope at least.
He tried to unalive me.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Indeed, DC. That's why I love these chats too. Everybody get in here and tell these little crazy stories.
One in cockatiels agree Korean barbecue is good. Gumline bees and cooking with the bird killer.
And you know what I had for dinner tonight? I had chicken thighs. Oh man.
Oh my word.
Funny though, I didn't think once about that bird tonight when I was barbecuing. So I don't know.
Didn't think about it more.
Son did, so they had a dove, had a baseball player from Venezuela, hid the bird and served corn his hens for dinner. He freaked out thinking we were eating the bird.
That's a dirty trick, Sean. Oh
I tell you
my
what, I not only was hungry, but I was mad because I had to clean up the whole kitchen. There was stuff I mean, it was slung everywhere. Red sauce, that sauce that it was in. It was behind the refrigerator. I don't know how it got behind the refrigerator. It was back there.
That's one of them moments you tell that bird, do you realize how lucky you are? Because you just about got a granny clampet pulled on you, wringing that neck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even I'd have been tempted at that point.
Well,
Mean
you know what the worst part? Not to be critical or mean or anything, but at that time, you know what the worst part was of that night? The ex was at my house.
I wasn't going to say it, but I was like, wait.
And I was like, oh man, I'll tell you what, I was all fired up about that. Like, who called mom? Oh geez.
Oh my word.
And I didn't even watch Super Bowl. I think it was the one, I can't even remember who played. I think it was the Niners and the Ravens or something. I can't remember. But
all you remember is you didn't have dinner that day.
and I didn't get to watch the commercials. I was all mad about that. So
yeah. That was always the best part of the Super Bowl, or it used to be. I ain't watched them in years now.
yeah.
Literally years now.
We had a similar ordeal. The chickens didn't get in our crock pot, but I had.
Did it make it up the cabinet?
Well, they didn't get inside on
I was
this.
fixing to say, if you don't sit here and tell me you had chickens in my house, I'm gonna come unglued.
No.
Absolutely come unglued.
Anybody's ever had chickens? One of them was a Cornish rooster, and the other one was a blue duckwing. And the duckwings, man, they get big. They're about like a Rhode Island red, maybe a little bit smaller than a red, but they're good sized chickens.
Which one?
And Buddy's friend, the little white one, running around, the one that went with Buddy to the field.
Yeah.
You see
But-
what Mike said.
For some reason, that old rooster wanted to go about spurring, and we had an agreement after the first time. I had thought after he spurred me the first time, and most folks know what I'm saying. Whenever we come to an agreement, I had thought, and well, a day or two rocked on, and here he come again, and I didn't see him, and he spurred through my blue jeans and got me down in my calf muscle, and I'm talking about sunk that spur.
Ooh.
I said, you know what? You're going to the sale tomorrow. So is your little white friend right here. So told Hannah, I said, we're going over there to our little redneck yard sale anyway. I don't care if we sell them or give them away, but they're going from here. So we loaded them up and we got there and we pulled the old truck up, we dropped the tailgate down, threw them old roosters on the ground right there, and here come two old rednecks bebopping up there. Old brother looks at me and said, what you want for them chickens? I said, you give me a price on them. I don't care what it is. He said, I'll give you $10 for both of them. You got a deal, my man. Take them.
That man was pure drooling over that poor rooster. I felt
Literally.
terrible.
Literally. He grabs both of them roosters out of that cage by the legs, and he's carrying them down through the way, holding them by their legs.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's walking off, he tells his buddy that's with him, he said, oh boy, they going to eat good tonight.
I couldn't believe he's really going to cook it and rooster. Eat that poor thing.
Hannah
I
looked at me.
felt terrible.
She said, is he really going to eat that chicken? I said, yeah, they're going to eat that chicken. Tonight, they're going to eat that chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And on down the road we went.
I've never sold a critter to its demise before. I felt terrible. But I knew my husband wasn't bringing that thing back home either.
Now, I'd have run into that. I'd ended that. Ooh.
Larimore has got the menu planned out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fresh mashed taters, man.
And you know, I used to take I had a pair of German Shepherds, and if I had to go out of town, I'd take them to PetSmart to put them in the hotel there. And of course, PetSmart's got birds in it. And I walk in that door, and a second later, I hear that squawk with that high-pitched squawk, and I just about went into convulsions, you know.
Does it just instantly make you mad?
You got shell.
Oh,
Just hearing it. Man can't even walk in a pet store.
I'll tell you this. That bird cage sat in the corner, in a corner. And to this day, there is a speck. It's probably, I don't know, maybe the size of a pencil eraser when you look down at it. You know, it's small.
Mhm.
A bird poop that I can't get off the wall. I mean, I'm going to have to like scrape it off with a knife or something and knock the paint off to get it out of there.
It's getting there forever.
I just left it there.
Get your palm sander in you.
Yeah, get
You're
a
mad.
sander. Get a sander and sand it down. I'll tell you, there's still signs of that dang bird around here. I'm sure I haven't seen yet.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, y'all know. There's a bunch of y'all in here know them birds go to attacking. They going in the cook pot. Todd was unintentional, but he was ready to do it undoubtedly.
Yeah, I was ready to have fun, watch the Super Bowl, watch the commercials. The kids would be eating, all that, and all heck broke loose. I was like, oh, man.
You ruined the whole evening.
It did not end for hours. It went on and on and on.
Yeah. Well, especially as the cleanup got more intense, you know what I'm saying? The more you look around, you're like, my gosh.
It was on the ceiling. I'm not kidding you. It was everywhere. That bird had supersonic wings. It flung sauce all the way across the dang house.
About had to have a CSI team come here and clean that thing up for you, run some lights around, make sure you got it all.
Well, what was that? What was that movie? Oh, it had John Travolta in it, the gangster, and oh, they were hitmen.
Oh, Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction, yeah, they had that guy. What they call when they had to have that car cleaned up, they had to call the fixer. I think that's what they called him in the movie.
Yeah.
I wish I had a fixer.
get it cleaned up good.
Yeah, I'd have paid good money for that because I paid for it for years. Call the wolf. Yeah, there you go. Was that his name, the wolf? Was that it? Or was it the fixer? I can't remember that. I'll have to watch that movie again. That was a
I think it
classic.
was the Fixer.
Yeah.
I wanted a peacock, but the way them things don't stay where they're supposed to stay, unlike chickens and guineas, pretty well will stay for the
Yeah.
most part. I can see one of these clowns around here nailing one at 60 miles an hour on the highway.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah,
far
that
from
was
the out here up above. Go ahead.
that was the bird story. Yeah, that was a fun night. I see what Mark said.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mark
That was
Nichol's
about the
story.
funniest thing I ever heard. Oh man.
I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can do a what do they call that compilation or whatever that thing is, and put all y'all stories together between you and DC and Mr. Mark and others telling these old good old funny stories.
Well, it was kind of funny, but I didn't think it was funny for a long time. Now I can laugh at it now, but man, that bird had my number. Every time it opened its mouth, nothing good came out. And he knew it too.
I'm saying he probably knew what's going on. It aggravates the snot out of you. He said, "You know what? Say something else."
I'll tell you what. So I'll tell you another story about that bird. So when I was moving back from Missouri to California, I had a Dr. Doolittle trip. I had a Ford Explorer, and my brother-in-law, well, he's now my ex-brother-in-law, he was helping me. We had 3 German Shepherds, a Dachshund, a cat, that bird, and like 8 hermit crabs. And we drove back to California. And the last day was from that town up in the high country in New Mexico. It's real pretty. Anyway, I can't think of it, but we went from there to California. And we got to the California border, and that bird squawked every once in a while, but it had had enough of traveling, right? So from the Colorado River to the central part of California where we ended up, it squawked the whole the whole entire time. And when I got to Fresno, I dropped off everything to the ex where she was staying at. And I explained to her, I'm tired, I gotta go. The bird was squawking, it nonstop squawked for like the last 8 hours. And she said, well, why didn't you feed it? I said, if it squawks, you got to give it food. And I said, listen, do you think for 1 second that if I knew that, I would drive for 8 hours and not feed it on purpose to listen to it squawk? We parked a couple of times and I put more food in its little dish, but it kept squawking. So don't sit there and tell me that, food's going to stop the problem here. It didn't stop the problem. That bird had had enough. I should have left it. I should have actually kicked it out at Barstow, is what I should have done. And then blame one of the dogs.
To give it the boot.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that bird just, he'd have my number. It was.
Sound like that thing had it out for you.
It did.
One way or another.
I didn't do anything to it. Should have, but I never did. The only thing I did to it was I left the crock pot lid off. That's it. Yeah.
That's it, Mr. Dan. Be free, little bird. Enjoy yourself. Best of luck to you.
That's what I should have done. Should have let it go, find its way home from Barstow. My luck, it would have flew back to Fresno.
Right back to the house.
It would have followed me all the way home.
Or sitting on the front porch rail when you come pulling in.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right. Well, I'm going to giddy up because I've got a little bit of daylight left, but I got a couple things to do outside. I was waiting for Hannah to get back, but she gone.
She'll probably be back in a second. She was letting Jasper out real quick. He's driving her up the wall. Get out, though.
Yeah, I do. If Jasper was a bird.
Oh, Lord. Jasper was a bird. That thing would be a nervous wreck. This thing, just the littlest thing triggers him. I'm like, dude, just calm down. You know what I mean? It's a towel or it's a pillow on the floor.
He's got all the little ones making him crazy.
He's finally taken to the ones we gonna keep. Finally, he's playing tug of war and this and that with them now. He ain't running, hiding behind Hannah no more. It's getting
I gotta hit the road.
All right, Tyler. I'll do it, brother. We appreciate you, man. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I'll keep your brother in prayers and thoughts. So
thank you much, man.
Hopefully things improve.
All right, brother. We appreciate you.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. See everyone later.
All right. Take care.
Never buy a cockatiel, though.
We won't. No. We're getting giddy. All
right. See you later. Bye.
Good story there. Good story time, y'all. Hope y'all got some good enjoyment out of that. I laughed and laughed that day Ty was telling me that story on the phone. Just some of them crazy things in life. Good stuff. But we're probably gonna mosey on to y'all as well. Our day starts at 3:30 in the morning. Go finish up what we got to do for this week, and I told Hannah, so I'm gonna take me a couple of days off once we finish this job tomorrow, and try to relax a little bit, ease the brain some. But thank y'all again, everybody, for joining us this evening. We appreciate you. Till then, let me get her backside out the daggone camera. Till then, God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care.
Well, guess that's it for today. See you next time at Gunline Bees.